Good afternoon, everyone. All right, I'm going to be speaking about leaving some behind. And you want to use your time well, make every moment count. There are people in our lives who feel justified sometimes to question everything, pry in our life, take more time than we can afford to give. And why I bring that up is because I just got a divorce. And when you get a divorce, you tend to speak to friends more often, and they love to get into the gossip of the divorce. They love it. And also, kind of, you want to talk about it, right? So I found that, like, some of the questions that some of my friends were asking, they were a little bit too private. I mean, I did open up, but I didn't open up everything. Like when we were going through the divorce on a monetary level, I did not open up at all because I figured, why would I want to talk about that with anybody? It's between my husband and I. And there was some conflict with that with one individual, but you know, it is what it is. And when you go through a divorce, two people start to, that they change because now you're alone, and they feel, you poor thing, you're going to be alone forever. Somebody told me that, and I'm like, oh my God. But essentially, you need to recognize that not all these questions deserve an answer. And that's my point. You've got to know when to zip it, you don't say anything, and you no longer have that conversation. It's not worth your energy at all. And that's what I found. Like, I had a lot of people saying the weirdest things, and I thought, good Lord, I would never. See, I'm very respectful of people. I really don't like prying into people's lives because I always feel this. I feel that if they're ready to discuss something with me, they're going to tell me. And then if sometimes I say, do you want an opinion? I even ask that because some people just need to speak it and just get it all out. And they go, well, yeah, I mean, some people say no. And I say, okay, yeah, go on. But if they want my opinion, I'll give them my opinion. So in my journey of this growth in the past 3 years, I found that letting go of all this mirage of questions and prying and, they felt justified to ask the questions was really kind of, I was letting go of, and I wanted to move forward. So when I say leaving some behind, it's not just people, it's beliefs, places, jobs, relationships, what have you. And sometimes, it's old habits. It's not just people, but it's old habits too. Past experiences. When you're with somebody, like I was for 23 years, and we worked together, we spent 24/7 together, started businesses together. And what happens is that you no longer really kind of like, when you let go, you no longer align with who you're going to be becoming, because I'm no longer with my ex-husband. So part of that life, you never forget it, but I mean, it kind of goes away, right? And you are creating something new. So, and this happens not just, I'm bringing up an example in my life, my divorce, but I mean, it happens with jobs. You let go of a job or position or a business, and you have to embrace that. But it's okay. It's all right. Growth requires change. It does. And change often means leaving some things behind, which is fine. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to be saddened by it, but you have to understand it. and have an understanding and not hide from it. Okay? So create a space. This is what I do. I create a space for I like completely was like, I made the house beautiful, and I got to do all the things. Buy cucumbers, because I could never buy cucumbers with my husband. He couldn't stand them, and he couldn't stand the smell of them. So I never bought cucumbers for 23 years. Isn't it weird? But anyways, I went out and I got cucumbers, and I was laughing when I was cutting them up, and then I was eating them. I put a little salt on it, and it was so good. And I was like, good God, you know? And it was funny, and I was laughing. I did tell my ex-husband, and he started laughing too. And, but anyways, know that what you're willing to invest in, which is this change, right? And what you're really ready to walk away from. So that's something to think about. But there'll be that moment where you realize that certain things no longer serve you. And those moments, you know, it's not a loss. Yes, it may be sad, but it's a step forward to something, I don't want to use the word better, but like something new, let's say. You can say better or new. I was thinking of my ex-husband, for that it was time to make that change. And some people, though, I will say this, knowingly or unknowingly, and I want to make that a point, will take up your time without offering anything in return. And you can confront these people and say, you know what, it's a lot of jibber jabber over the phone, and I really don't have time for this. And then clear it up. They may get mad at you. I had somebody get mad at me. And I was trying to figure out, you know, what am I going to do now? And so you'll have to figure that out. Are they doing this, or are they wasting your time, or are they just for you, is what I always say. So you have to identify that. But don't let them take your time, your precious time, because you don't have a lot of it in a daytime. I know the day goes by so fast, but only give what nurtures you. And what nurtures your soul, helps you grow, brings you closer to the true purpose of where it is that you're going. But there's a power, this is how I look at it. There's a power in knowing when it's time to let go. And it'll come to you. Whether it's a job, a relationship, a belief that no longer fits, who, you know, what you feel, the goals that you're moving towards. There'll come a time when you realize it no longer serves you. And when that moment comes, you'll know when it's time to move forward. It's like a little bird in your ear. That's what happened to me. And I knew. And without any regret, and with kind of a little bit of excitement for what's next. Because I was with my husband for 23 years, so it was like, good Lord. But you'll find out, you leave a job, same thing. You're like, yeah, you got a new job. You're excited, right? And you have this other familiarity that you're leaving, and your friends, because you meet friends at a new job. So, but look at it without any regret and see the excitement. So my final thought is, leaving behind what no longer serves you. Don't look at it as a loss, but it's an act of self-respect. And as you evolve, so should your environment. Embrace the change. Know that every step forward brings you closer to where you're meant to be. And that's it for today, and I'll see you at the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.